My wife's secret social media account exposed a double life that shattered our family. Sometimes, the people closest to you are the ones hiding the biggest secrets. I never imagined my wife could live a double life, let alone that I'd uncover it through her social media. I'm just a regular guy. I've been married for years, and we've built a beautiful family together. We have two amazing kids, and for the longest time I thought we had it all. A solid relationship, trust, and love. Like most couples, we both have social media accounts. You know how it is. Sharing pictures, posting updates, keeping up with friends and family. But what if someone used their account to hide a completely different life? That's what happened to me, and trust me, the truth was more shocking than anything I could have imagined. It all began with little things I didn't think much of at first. My wife began spending more time on her phone, especially late at night. She'd sit on the couch, scrolling endlessly, her screen glowing long after I'd gone to bed. At first, I didn't see it as a big deal. Everyone spends time on their phones, right? But then, I noticed she'd quickly lock her screen whenever I walked into the room. Sometimes, she'd even step outside to take calls, saying they were work-related. I wanted to believe her, but something about it just didn't sit right with me. When I asked her about it, she'd ignore it, saying, "Oh, it's nothing, or just catching up on emails." I told myself not to overthink it. She's busy, maybe even stressed from work. But that excuse only worked for so long. One night, though, I noticed something strange. Her phone lit up with a notification from an app I didn't recognize. It wasn't one we used together or one I'd seen on her phone before. That was the moment I realized something wasn't adding up. And from there, things started to unravel. I'll never forget the night I found it. It started off so normal. She'd left her phone on the counter while she stepped out of the room. A notification popped up, and out of curiosity, I glanced at it. It wasn't from any app I recognized. My heart raced as I tapped it, almost without thinking. That's when I saw it, a completely different social media account. The name wasn't hers, and the profile picture didn't match the woman I thought I knew. But it was definitely her. Same smile, same eyes, just a different version. This account showed a life I didn't recognize at all. The photos told a story I wasn't part of, trips I didn't know about, dinners with people I'd never met, moments she had kept hidden. And the posts, they painted a picture of a woman who wasn't married, who didn't have kids, who seemed free and single. It was like looking at a stranger. Then came the messages. I opened one and my stomach dropped. They were from another man, flirty, personal, and far too familiar. She called him things she used to call me. There were messages to others, too. People she called friends, but none of them knew about me or our family. I felt a wave of emotions all at once. Disbelief, like I was dreaming. Anger, because how could she do this to us? And heartbreak, because the woman I loved had been living a life I didn't even know existed. It was like my world had been flipped upside down in an instant. I couldn't keep it inside any longer. After finding her secret account, I spent days replaying everything in my head, trying to make sense of it. At first, I thought about gathering more evidence, but honestly, I didn't need to. What I saw was enough. One night, after the kids were asleep, I finally confronted her. My heart was pounding, and my voice shook as I asked, "Is there anything you want to tell me about your social media?" At first, she looked confused, then defensive. She denied everything, saying I must have misunderstood. I didn't let up. I told her I'd seen the account, read the messages, and knew about the man she'd been talking to. That's when her excuses started pouring out. "It's not what you think. He's just a friend." I needed a space to be myself. Each word felt like another dagger in my heart. Eventually, the truth came out. She admitted to creating the account to escape the pressure of family life. She said it started off innocent, but quickly became something else. She cried, said she was sorry, and promised it didn't mean anything. But to me, it meant everything. The fallout was immediate. My trust in her was completely shattered. I couldn't look at her the same way. The kids didn't know what was going on, but they could feel the tension. Extended family started asking questions as cracks in our relationship became impossible to hide. I felt betrayed, hurt, and angry, all at once. This wasn't just about the account. It was about the lies, the secrets, and the fact that she'd chosen to live a life that didn't include me or our family. It was like the foundation of everything we'd built had crumbled beneath me. After everything came to light, I had to make a choice: stay and try to fix what was broken, or walk away. At first, I suggested counseling, thinking maybe we could work through it for the sake of our family. But as the days passed, I realized the damage went too deep. I couldn't trust her, and without trust, what kind of marriage would we have? So, I decided to separate. It wasn't an easy decision, especially because of the kids. I focused on rebuilding my life, piece by piece. I spent more time with my children, making sure they felt loved and supported. I leaned on friends and family, something I hadn't done enough before. They reminded me I didn't have to go through this alone. Looking back, I learned a lot from this experience. I realized how important it is to trust your instincts. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Pay attention to the signs, even if they seem small. And most importantly, never settle for less than honesty and respect in your relationships. To anyone going through something similar, let me say this. You deserve the truth. You deserve a partner who values and respects you. If you feel like something isn't right, don't be afraid to dig deeper. You might not like what you find, but facing the truth is always better than living in a lie. This experience taught me one hard truth. Even the closest relationships can hide secrets. But no matter how well those secrets are buried, the truth always has a way of coming out. It's painful, it's messy, but in the end, it's better to face it than to live in a lie. Now, let me ask you, what would you do if you discovered your partner was living a secret double life? How would you handle it? I'd love to hear your thoughts or similar experiences in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this journey with me. If you found this story engaging, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Until next time, take care and always trust your instincts.